did. I just said
Josh Hart first.
She wanted to come back with this.
Be loyal. Be
Tennessee,
loyal.
I thought the men's team of Tennessee was doing something this year. You're not down with your team?
Oh, no, I'm down with my team.
You're not rolling with Tennessee no more, huh?
Why you tell me in the back Central Michigan was going
That's
to
what we're
win the
doing.
championship? Shout out to Central Michigan. Shout out to Coach Weber and the rest of the crew up there. Give my nephew a shout out.
How could you be going for Villanova? Never mind.
Yeah,
Anyway.
No loyalty. Talk to me, BD, about this Western Conference race.
You know, the way I'm looking at it, I think Sacramento is approaching no man's land and vacation land. You know, you just want to stay out of that 8th spot. Utah, Clippers, San Antonio. I think Utah moves up, San Antonio moves down. If I'm predicting, I think the Clippers stay solid at 8, and I'd love to see the Clippers and Denver match up at 2 and 8, because I think that'll be probably one of the better matchups.
The question is 6, 7, and 8. Who wants to play Golden State or Denver in the first round? I have to agree with you, C-Web. I think our Sacramento. I think 1 or 2 more losses. 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Yeah.
But 6, 7, and 8 are interchangeable. But who wants to play Golden State? You know, you can't be running from the 8th spot. One of those teams, I'm going to say it's the Clippers. Even though they probably can't beat them, but they want the chance to at least get 1 or 2 games.
Isn't it funny to me, though, Doc Rivers seems like he's a better coach when he doesn't have talent. It just seems like how does Doc Rivers do this with these teams that he has? It seems like, you know, he coaches toughness into these guys. It'll be interesting, like you said, to see if they want that 8th spot. It'll be interesting. What I love is, and you guys know, like when the playoffs start early for these seeding position, I don't know if the fans really realize how harder you're playing because you want that home court because
Absolutely.
you know it'll be Cancun after 2 games if you don't get the right seeding.
Yeah. I mean, look at the top. Look at the top. You're looking at Houston, OKC, Portland. You know, those 3 teams should be vying for that 3rd spot. You know, like if I'm OKC, I'm trying to get to 3, right? Because I know in the 2nd round, I got whoever win between Denver and the 8th seed.
Question for you, BD. This year, because Portland is a team that Dame Lillard, one of my favorite players, C.J. McCollum, one of my favorite players. I still don't see how they win.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they win. Do you see this year in the playoffs them doing a boxing one, amoeba John Chaney zone like they did last year to keep the ball out of those 2 guys' hands and make it work? Because last year everybody, I can't believe they got upset. It wasn't that surprising to me because of the way they play in the playoffs.
Yeah, they got bullied. Last year against New Orleans, they got bullied. I thought Rondo and Drew Holiday kind of pressed up on them and bullied them and really disrupted. You know, in the playoffs, you just don't get easy shots. So you don't get that freedom that you had, and dudes are willing to guard. So I think for Portland, they got to find the right matchup. I like Portland-Houston matching up. You know, on the 4-5, I think that would be a good series for Portland because Houston doesn't play that, you know, that grab and hold defense. But they need to have, you know, a matchup that's favorable to them, that's favorable to their guards. In order for them to
I will say, if I'm in the West, I want to avoid OKC and I want to avoid Golden State at all costs. And, you know, obviously we talked about Golden State's defense being down this year, but they're going to get it together in the playoffs, obviously. But OKC is that team that I think is playoff ready, playoff built. Paul George is playing phenomenal. And defensively, just on the ball, they have that playoff type of game. So if they can get home court advantage, I look for them to be in the finals against Golden State.
Yeah, Paul George leading the league in steals, Westbrook around 3rd. And we know Big Shaq knows good and well he's overdoing it. And we also know that Baron Davis just mentioned bullies in the league. Well, Shaq, you were a bully in the paint. You averaged about 17 in the paint. When we come back, we'll talk about a man that's averaging the most in the paint since you left the game, Shaq. His name is Antetokounmpo. Oh! Players only. He's a player.